Welcome to this edition of Pattern Spotlight. Today we will be reviewing Simplicity's S9544. And be sure to stick around throughout the video because I will be showcasing images of what the suggested fabrics could possibly look like for this particular garment. And you don't want to miss that. It will help you tremendously with choosing your fabric for this project, which tends to make or break your sewing project. If you already know how to do my sew-alongs and videos, and if you'll be kind enough to watch at least one ad, should it appear, which enables me to keep bringing you free content, feel free to skip ahead to go straight to the pattern spotlight. Skip ahead to the 3-minute and 45-second mark. Here's a little bit about how I do my Sew With Me sew-alongs.
Techniques, I'm going to put it on the website and I will reference it in the sew-along itself. So for example, we're working on a pair of pants that has a fly front. So when we get to that portion in the sew-along, I'll do a little bit of it, in instructions in the sew-along itself, but then I'm going to refer you over to the website to go ahead and look at that video, that particular video, look it over, study it, do your own sample if you want, because I'm big on that technique binder. So go ahead and and do that. And then once you get a good hang of what that technique is, then come back onto the sew along itself and do that particular technique with the sew along. So that way we both kind of benefit. You still get the instruction of the actual sew along, step by step of how to do a particular thing. But it's less editing on my part because, like I said, I'll mention it in the sew along itself, but then I'll refer you over to the website to actually find that particular technique, and go ahead, review it, look at it. And then once you master it or enough to where even you sew along, at the same time and install it in that particular sew along that you're doing at that time. So hopefully that will be okay for you, because I think I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for watching my videos. I love to upload the videos. I love to share my knowledge. And I'm pretty sure that you guys love to get free content. So in order for me to keep uploading free content, I just need you to do some simple things for me, some very simple things. The first thing is just to hit the subscribe button. So just make sure that you hit that. So you're subscribed to my channel. Hit the notification bell so when I upload a new video, you don't miss out and you get to see it. And then also, if there's an ad on my videos, they're typically anywhere from 10 seconds to maybe up to 2 minutes. Just go ahead and either watch it or do something else you want to do in those in that particular time that ad is running. So use the restroom, go get something to drink or something like that. Because that way, if you let that ad run, I benefit from YouTube, and that way I can still keep creating content and uploading it for free. Okay. Enough of that boring stuff. Back to the sew along. Please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. Thanks again and keep on watching. Okay, so we'll be reviewing Simplicity's S9544. The garment type is a shirt dress with a drawstring or elastic waist. Sewing level is easy. The description is a band collar, button front dress. It has 3/4 length bat wing sleeves and elastic gathers at wrists. The mini dress version has a curved hem with a wide hem facing, and the mini dress length has a straight hem. The ankle length relaxed jumpsuit has a side seam pocket or side seam pockets. And all views have cargo pockets with flaps. Moving on to the body measurements and the size ranges.
For sizes 6 through 14, the bust is 30.5 to 36 inches. The waist is 23 to 28 inches. The hips are 32.5 to 38 inches. For sizes 16 to 24, the bust is 38 to 46 inches. The waist is 30 to 39 inches, and hips are 40 to 48 inches. So taking a look at the line drawing, the garment elements for all views, A, B, and C. The bodice basically is the top portion of the garment, are all the same. Has a neckband, front band, that's where your buttons and things go down the front. Cargo pockets with flap, elastic sleeve hem, casing, and a fabric drawstring. Lengths variations. So for A is a midi length, which is like your calf length. View B is a mini, like a mini above the knee. And C is relaxed fit pants, and that's for the jumpsuit variation. Okay, so moving on to the suggested fabric choices. We have your batiks, chambray, cotton blends, gauze, gingham, lightweight denim, and linen blends. I just want to let you know that links to the inspiration pics can be found in the description box. Now let's take a closer look at each one of these different fabrics. So batiks, it's a woven fabric. It's textured and it feels like cotton. The dye used is manipulated in such a way to create the pattern on the fabric. Okay, next up is chambray. It's a woven fabric. It looks like denim. It's just a lighter weight and it's typically softer. Next up is your cotton blends, and this is considered woven blends. So the fiber content should contain the majority of a woven fiber, okay? So like cotton, poly, rayon, it should have that instead of spandex. It may still have spandex in it, but not as much spandex. Typically less than 3%. But I like, when I say cotton blends, I'm typically meaning a fiber that is a woven. Okay, so description is it depends on what fiber it's matched with. Cotton, the feel may be either on the crisper, stiffer side or can be softer. So for example, if cotton is matched with poly, which is a man-made fiber, the garment can be on the stiffer side. Whereas if cotton is matched with rayon, which is also a man-made fiber, the garment can be on the softer side with a drapier appearance. Typical cotton fabrics that you would see are poplin, shirtons, twill, gauze, gingham, lawn, chambray, canvas, chino, corduroy, broadcloth, crepe, flannel, fleece, French terry, gabardine, sateen, satin, shearsucker, herringbone, heather, jacquard, and moleskin. So whenever you just see the word cotton, those different fashion fabrics that I just listed will be able to be used for cotton. Moving on to gauze, it's a woven fabric. It's lightweight, open weave, it's very soft, it's semi-sheer, and it's very breathable. Moving on to gingham, it's a woven fabric. It's typically made from cotton. It has a checkered appearance and made up of two colors typically. And it typically includes a white. So it can be white and black, white and red, white and blue, and so on and so on. It's lightweight to medium weight, and it's breathable. Moving on to denim. It's a woven fabric, and here it calls for lightweight denim. So, the description is denim in itself can come in lightweight, medium weight to heavyweight. Your lightweights are usually made into shirts, dresses, and skirts. Okay, it's typically breathable but can retain heat. Without spandex, lycra, elastane, it has low to medium stretchability. The spandex and the like increases the stretch and recovery, basically the snapback effect, and adds to the comfort of the garment. And lastly is your linen blends. They're woven blends, okay? Just like the cotton, where cotton was woven blends, the linen is woven blends as well. Try not to have any spandex in there when it's considered a woven blend, okay? So the description is it depends on what fibers match with linen. So the feel may be either on the crisper or stiffer side, or can be softer. So for example, if poly is matched with linen, which is a natural fiber, the garment can be on the stiffer side. Whereas if rayon, which is a man-made fiber, is matched with linen, the garment can be on the softer side and have a drapier appearance. The garment, due to linen, is breathable, it's cool, it's moisture resistant, and it may or may not wrinkle depending on what fiber is matched with. So for example, if it's matched with poly, it may not wrinkle as much. If it's matched with rayon, it may wrinkle. Okay, so now let's take a look at how the pattern makers intended this garment to fit, its silhouette basically. And we're going to use the size 14, which is the mid-range, between the 6 and the 24, okay, sizes. So for the bust, the body measurement for a size 14 is 36 inches. The finished measurement, remember, includes ease. For the bust is 42.5 inches. The difference between the two is 6.5 inches. The silhouette intended was a loose fitting. Okay, the silhouette range is 5 1/8 to 8 inches. Okay, there is no finished measurement for the waist, so we'll move on to the hips. The body measurement for size 14 for the hips is 38 inches, and I am assuming that this is for the pants, okay, the jumpsuit. Again, it is 38 inches. The finished measurement is 43.5 inches. The difference between the two is 5.5 inches. The silhouette intended is a loose fitting. The silhouette range is 4 1/8 to 6 inches. Okay, so as always, I tell you, take the tape measurement or tape measure, put it around these measuring points. So here it will be your bust and your hips. So starting at your bust, put it around your actual body measurement, and then you're going to move it out to the difference, which here was 6.5 inches. So it's so taking it from your body measurement, extending the tape measurement out to 6.5 inches plus 6.5 inches, and move that around, and looking at the pattern envelope and knowing that it's supposed to be a loose fitting garment around that particular area. See if that is something that you like. If you want to adjust it, make your adjustments. If you want to adjust it up or down, whatever number you stick with, that becomes your personal measurement for this particular garment and this particular silhouette. So make note of that. And you're going to repeat the process for your hips. So put it around your hips, the widest portion of your hips, at your body measurement, and then you're going to extend the tape measure out by 5.5 inches and see if that's enough. Now keep in mind, this is for the pants, okay? And if that is okay with you, make note of that. If you need to change it, adjust it keeping in mind that it's supposed to be a loose fitting garment. So take a look at the pattern envelope to see how that, is intended to fit. And whatever measurement that you, finish on that you like, make note of that. And that will be your personal measurements for this particular garment and this particular silhouette. Okay, so let's go over the sewing techniques you'll need in order to complete this pattern. You need to know the basics, okay? So that's your straight stitch, your basting stitch, your reverse stitch, sewing corners and curves, and that's include notching and clipping, stay stitching, under stitching, edge stitching, top stitching, and hemming. You also need to know how to do elastic hem, okay? And that's for your sleeves, the front band, how to attach buttons and to do your buttonholes, neck stand or band, how to create a casing, how to gather, and how to do a fabric drawstring. So those are the techniques you need to know in order to do this particular pattern. So this concludes the pattern spotlight on Simplicity's S9544. If you made this pattern or intend to, or if you're going to follow along with me, please let me know in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Thanks again for watching, and happy sewing.